Good morning. My name's Carmen. I'd like to thank you for joining me for today's yoga class. This class is designed as a really gentle and welcoming way to start your morning. It's going to be nice and quick and very simple, so accessible to everyone, and an easy way to start off your day by bringing some deep breaths and movement into your body. We'll be holding poses for about 20 seconds or so for some really deep breaths. It will warm up your joints and stretch out your body after a long night's sleep and set you up for a really successful day. So to begin, come onto your mat in a seated position, so either kneeling or cross-legged, whatever's most comfortable for you. We'll start off by taking some really deep breaths and focusing on our intention for the day. So what it is you're wanting to accomplish or bring into the day to make it the most positive and successful for you. So come into your most comfortable position. I invite you to close your eyes to help you focus. You can rest your hands in your lap or on your thighs, either palms up or palms down. Close your eyes and start to take a couple of really deep breaths in and out through the nose. Breathing is a totally natural thing that our body does automatically, that we most of the time don't even notice that it's happening. So it's nice to be able to bring our attention specifically to that area every once in a while. It's one of the best ways to keep you in the present moment and focusing on the right here, right now, how your body is feeling and reacting. Just bringing your awareness to each inhale and relaxing with each exhale. Just feel your chest gently rise as you breathe in. And your shoulders drop a little bit lower each time you exhale. Now, before you start to bring movement into your body, just take a quick moment to think about what your intention for the day is. So not specific tasks that you're needing to complete, but more how you're wanting to encounter the day. If you're needing to draw on a little extra courage, or maybe you need a little extra love, cultivating that ambition or goal for the day. And try to keep it at the front of your mind throughout the practice, and then carry it with you throughout the day. It will just make it that much more likely to come true for you. When you have that intention in your mind, hold it there and take one more really deep inhale. And exhale out your mouth. When you're ready, come forward into a tabletop position. Have your big toes touching and spread your knees almost as wide as your mat, so that as you lower your hips back towards your heels, your chest lowers in between where your knees are. You can stretch your arms out in front and let your forehead come down to the mat for child's pose. If this is a bit too intense for your shoulders, you can always bring them by your side or even out to the side. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. And the focus here being with each exhale, allowing your chest to drop a little deeper, feeling this deep compression in your hips. So trying not to fight that, just as your body gets more used to the pose with each inhale and exhale, you'll naturally start to loosen, be able to lower a little bit deeper. Each inhale, feel the back ribs and your spine just gently expanding outwards, feeling Just a really subtle stretch all the way through your back. Keeping your breaths nice and long and slow. Just a little bit longer here. Still waking up. On your next inhale, gently push yourself back up to that tabletop position. Have your knees below your hips and your wrists below your shoulders. I'm going to do a couple of cat-cow. So cow being as you inhale, allow your belly to drop and your gaze comes up, pushing up out of your shoulders. And then as you exhale, round through your spine, your head hangs down and your tailbone tucks under. So feeling a really deep stretch all the way up your back as you push into your hands. Inhale, come back up through cow. Gaze comes up, your neck is relaxed and shoulders away from your ears. Exhale back into cat. And follow your own breath, and as you do this, feel free to take any other movements that feel really natural. So as you come up, maybe you stretch from one side over to the other, stretching through the side of your body. Just focusing on that breath again. Warming up every part of the spine and shoulders, your neck. Okay, when that feels complete, come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward slightly and out towards the outer edges of the mat with your fingers spread nice and wide. We're going to come into our first down dog. So tuck your toes under and push into your hands and feet and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Let your head hang nice and heavy between your arms. Maybe shake it from side to side to loosen up. You can bend your knees if the backs of your legs are still really tight. And just alternate pushing one heel back to try and stretch through the back of your leg. And then change sides. Nice, slow, mindful movements. Coming back to your breath. Want to get as much fresh oxygen into our lungs and flowing through our brain. On your next inhale, lift your right foot up into the air and then bend your knee so that your hip opens up slightly towards the side of the room. Pushing firmly into your hands to give you balance. Now look forward at your hands and step that right foot through, coming into a lunge. Find your balance here. You can push yourself up onto your right thigh. Finding your balance. So your left leg stretching nice and long. With each exhale, lower just a little bit deeper into the lunge, feeling your left hip opening up. If you're feeling nice and sturdy here, you can inhale and bring your arms up overhead, making sure your shoulders are staying relaxed, they're not coming up to your ears. And continue with your deep breaths. Really waking up the legs here. Deep breath in and straighten your front leg, reach up towards the ceiling and open up towards the side of your mat so that your left foot comes parallel with the back edge of your mat. Front toes facing forward, extend your arms out in opposite directions. And as you exhale, lower down into that front knee again, coming into warrior two. So your legs are nice and sturdy, strong. Make sure your front knee isn't passing your toes. Back leg is straight and your arms are actively reaching in opposite directions. Lower your right forearm down to your thigh, and then windmill the left hand all the way around. Bring both hands down to the mat and step back into a plank position. So you're more than welcome to lower to your knees here, but if you can, stay up on your toes. Your arms are straight with your wrists below your shoulders. Engage your core, so really strong core. Suck your belly button up towards your spine and lower your hips so that you have a nice flat back. It's not a down dog, don't want your hips up. Make sure you're pushing up out of your shoulders as well. Don't want to be collapsing down, nice strong arms. And from here, if you want to, just gently start rocking forwards and backwards. Bringing some movement into your wrists and your ankles. Really strong and engaged core. Your glutes are working here too. And that feels good. Push back into down dog again. So notice if this time your heels come a little bit closer to the mat. The backs of your legs are being stretched. Maybe lower a little bit deeper, feeling a bit more loose. And before we continue to the other side, just come back to your intention again. Focus again on what it is you're wanting to bring to the day, or what you're wanting to accomplish. Great. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up this time. Bend the knee and allow your hip to open. Take a couple of breaths here. Look forward at your hands, and on your next exhale, step your left foot forward in between. Nice high lunge. Find your balance here. You can use that left thigh to help push yourself up. Roll your shoulders back each exhale. Lowering a little bit deeper, feeling the stretch through the right hip this time. Opening up. And if you'd like, bring your arms up overhead. Breathing in and out through the nose. Next inhale, reach up, straighten the front leg, and open to the side. So back foot parallel with the back edge. Reach your arms out in opposite directions, and deep exhale, lower down. Check in once again that your knee is not passing your front toe. Arms actively reaching away. Lower the left forearm down to the thigh and windmill the right hand all the way around to come down to the mat. Stepping back into the plank one more time. Find a nice strong plank. Belly nice and tight and engaged. And again, you can stay here or start rocking back and forth again. Warming up the wrists and the feet. They do a lot for us throughout the day. Okay, and one last time, push back into your down dog. Again, noticing, are your heels that much closer to the mat? Feeling a bit looser, more awake. All that fresh oxygen. And lower down onto your knees. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk your knees as wide as the mat. And exhale, lower back down into child's pose for a few closing breaths. You can bring your head up and walk yourself back up to a seated position. Come back to either cross-legged or kneeling. Close your eyes one last time. Roll your shoulders back. You drop your head from side to side, stretching out your neck. Come to a still position. We'll do 3 deep breaths. And again, focus on that intention. So your goal for the day. We'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth together. When you're ready, deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. And last one, deepest breath of the morning. And big exhale. Feeling warmed up and ready to take on the day. Thank you so much for joining me for this morning's class. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Namaste.